Good morning, Mama Lima.
Good morning.
Thank you for inviting me into your home. Nice. I'm happy to be here. It is
Well,
a very beautiful home.
you are always welcome, and thank you for the compliment.
And I know you have had so many people interview you, but I feel honored to be the only one you have invited here in your home. Thank you so much, Mama.
Well, like I said, you are always welcome, and I hope you enjoyed your breakfast.
Oh, yes, that was amazing. I enjoyed that part. Thank you so much, Mom. So we'll go straight to the first question. Who is Mama Halima Namakula?
Who is Mama Halima Namakula? I don't know. I'm everywhere. I'm a very humble person. I'm a very loving person, down to earth. I mean, what you see is what you get. Even though some people, when they look at me, sometimes they're like, oh, she's hard to, maybe I can't say anything to her. She's hard to be talked to. But I'm very easy to talk to. I'm very easy. I'm accessible. You can get to me anytime you want.
True, I have seen that. I've experienced that. You're quite warm.
Yes.
And I have heard you have lived in the US and in Uganda. Where exactly were you born? I still get confused about that.
I think the reason why you're getting confused is because I left Uganda at an early age. I was 18 years old. So basically, that's when you start growing up. That's when that's when you start growing up. But I was born here.
An adult.
Yeah, I was an adult when I left. So my mom couldn't say, even though my mother is not here, but she couldn't say that she just left. She wasn't even of age. I was of age, and I was 18. When I left, it wasn't easy because I left my children home. I already had some children, so I left my children home.
Speaking of children, how many children do you have, Mom? Because I know of Rachel K and Hemdi. How many other kids do you have?
We have biologically, I have 4. I have Hemdi, Rashid, Chris, and Rachel.
I didn't know about Chris and Rashid.
But I raised children that I call my own.
Okay.
And I always tell people that the joy I got from those children, you cannot even tell they are not my biological kids because I love them the same.
Okay.
I love my children the same. I have one, Zaina. Zaina is in the US right now.
Oh, wow.
In fact, when I went to visit, I was staying at her home.
Oh.
She's home. She's my baby. I call her my Wonder Road, my Wonder Road, come on.
How old is Zaina?
Zaina is almost 24.
Oh.
Yeah, she's almost 24. But she has been living with me. She lived with me since she was a baby. Yeah.
Okay, that's she's your daughter.
She's my daughter. You can't say,
Yeah.
I have Rema. Rema is also my dear daughter that I love dearly.
Okay.
And recently she just told me I love you dearly too.
That's awesome.
So like I said, that when you are raising a child, once you put it in your heart that this is my child, once you put it in your heart that this is my child,
there's no going back.
There's no go back.
She is your child. They are your child.
Yeah.
The love you give them is what is important.
Exactly. And a lot of people throw their children in the latrine. They put them on the streets.
True,
they are those are called not mothers.
True. Not every person is a mom.
No.
Not every people can give birth to. They can be mothers, but it's very hard to find moms who can take care of their children and nurture them into full-grown women.
Exactly.
Like you have yours. At least I've experienced some. Like had a chance to share with Rachel. She is a kind one.
Isn't she kind?
She is very lovely. I must comment.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. She gets it from me.
I can see that. I don't have to ask where she gets it from. So, you have talked about going to the US at an early age of 18.
Yes.
What was your experience there?
Oh my God, you don't want to know. You
What
do
was
not
it
want
like?
to know.
I want to
Uh,
know.
I left, like I said, I left at the early age. When I got there, I would just start from the airport. So I called my my cousin. Her name was Sophia Nabwam. She passed away.
Oh, may
She
her
used
soul
to,
rest in peace.
yes, she used to live in New York, but she said, "Well, come and visit me first before you go to Oklahoma, where my husband was. My husband was going to Phillips University at the time in Oklahoma." She told me, she said, when you get to the airport, all you have to do is to get outside and get a taxi, a special taxi, but here it's called a cab. So I said, okay. Said, it's yellow. You will see, you will know it's a taxi. So I asked people, because I'm the type of person that would be asking questions. I asked someone, I said, you tell me, how do I find a taxi here? And they said, oh, those yellow ones that are parked there.
Okay.
So I went to the door, opened the door at the airport, opened the door. When I got out, I said, oh my God, it was so cold. So cold. I didn't even know it was cold. I felt something, boom. And then when something came to me, I ran back in.
My God,
and I sat down and I said,
was it during winter?
yeah, it was during winter. Nobody warned me.
That was so bad.
Nobody.
It must have been freezing cold.
Yes. And guess what? I had on slippers, open shoes.
Oh my goodness.
Open shoes. Nobody told me,
That
you
was
need a
terrible.
coat, you need this, you need that. So I went back and I went to the payphone. And I called my cousin again. I said, it's too cold outside.
They
I
needed
said,
to explain.
oh, put on a coat. I said, I don't have one. She said, then you have to run. Run. So that was my first experience. And I went through it quickly.
It was a miserable one.
Yeah, miserable. Miserable. Not only that, let me tell you another thing. Because I went through France, I took Air France. And I had a Ugandan with me.
Okay.
We had a stopover in France. She was going somewhere else. I'm going somewhere else. And can you believe I asked for coffee? You know, at the time, people from France, the French people, were not speaking English at all. They didn't like English. So I said, I need coffee. So the coffee came. They knew what coffee means. But the sugar was on the table. And it was in ice cubes. Those ice cubes size.
Like sugar cubes.
Yes, sugar cubes, but ice cubes size.
Oh yeah.
So we didn't have them in Uganda at that time.
You didn't even know, I'm sure, what they were
No.
like, what they were.
So I'm looking, I'm like, why am I drinking coffee without sugar? And I said, okay, I can speak French. So I said, let me drink, and I drink coffee. I'm like, ooh. But finally, I said, why didn't these people give me sugar? Do you know what the Ugandan said to me? She said, it's right here in front of you.
Oh my God.
You know, you because you're being abroad, it doesn't mean that
everybody has been there.
Yeah.
They know what you know.
Yeah.
Well,
you know, so I passed that, and I was like, so many things, so many trials when I was going to Oklahoma.
That was quite challenging.
Yes.
But it's quite an experience.
Yes.
Well, what makes you happy, Mama?
What makes me happy? What makes me happy is me first, because I come first. I make myself happy.
Good.
You know, but then
as long as you're happy,
I'm happy. I'm a happy person. When you're around me, you'll find nothing but happiness. You know, I make my own happiness and I make people happy. But my children makes me happy.
That's
I had my children at a young age, so we practically grew up together. You know.
So you're like a group of siblings living together.
Living together.
On each other.
But one thing they know, when Mama is acting like a mom, that's mom. You know, when mom is acting like a friend, let's be friends. When mom is acting like a stranger, get away.
Oh my God, that is 3 in 1.
Yeah, they are the most important people to me, including my grandchildren, because right now I have grandchildren. I even love them more than I love my children, because they're easy to love.
That is the work of grandmothers.
Yeah, you're not
Always.
even doing anything but to be a grandmother.
Yeah.
You know, so that's is a thing. But reason that make me happy, they are my best friends. They're my best friends. My children knows me well. All they have to do is to look at me and say, okay, what's wrong with you, mom? They know the looks, they know the walk, they know anything about me, and as I know them, because I had them. If you have children, you have to know what their weaknesses, their good time. When you look at them and say, oh, she's having a good time, or he's having a good time. But though that's my happiness. What makes me happy? My children.
That's nice to know, Mom.
Yeah.
Well, from an early age, were you always into music?
I would say yes or no, because I started as an actress.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, I started as an actress. I was acting in Negro Angels. I started in Negro Angels with Omugavendugwa, who's my brother.
Okay.
And we're Negro Angels for a while. And after that, we formed our own, group, which is still called the Black Pals.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I started really acting. I was one of the best. I won awards for acting for 3, I would say 3 years back to back. Yeah, I was a good actress.
So,
I was a good actress, girl.
I can see that, Mom. Well,
And then the music, because that's where you were.
Okay, yeah.
The music came in when I was in US. I brought my son here. She was a rapper, and we said
That's
you need
MD.
to, yeah, that's MD. You need to put a little African touch in your music. So we said we need to go back to Uganda. So we came to Uganda, and we went to Kasiwukira Studios, and he did his songs, but he had some hours left.
Okay.
You pay for studio hours. So he had some hours left, and he said, Mom, why don't you do a chimbewo? And I said, a chimbewo? Why would I do chimbewo? He said, just do a chimbewo, and then you can listen to yourself when you get back to the States. I did a chimbewo, and the chimbewo became a hit.
I heard it. I
became
think I don't remember how old I was, but I remember it was a song that everybody loved.
So I'm sorry, my little girl was talking to me over there.
No worries,
Yeah.
Mom.
So Echimbe was the first one that I really, really loved. I loved that song from when I was a kid. I used to dance Echimbe. I was one of the best dancers at school, dancing Echimbe.
I have a sister who is a fan. Like,
Yeah.
even when I told her one time that I was going to meet with you, she was like, "Oh please!" I told her, "Oh please, you're lying. You cannot be talking about my Mama Halima Namakula. You're joking." She couldn't believe me. So back then, that was her music.
Now she's going to see your interview.
I hope now she'll believe me.
So that was it, and then after that I went back to US, and I was like, now what? What is next? So there's this guy called Dembe Herbert. He used to work at Simba Radio. So he called me and said, we need another song. I was like, I don't know, for me, I just did my chipeo. I'm comfortable with it.
You don't want want to do
Yeah, I don't
another.
want to do another one. I just want to be comfortable with
Oh
my
my
chimbewo.
goodness.
I don't need
Any
anything.
other song?
And he was like, we need another one, another hit.
Oh wow.
So I went home and I told my son, Himdi, and I said, they need another song. I said, Mom, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. I'm not into singing. I just did a chimbewo and that's it. I'm comfortable with my
You
chimbewo.
didn't want to move out of your comfort zone.
No. So finally, I was working at Texaco gas petrol station,
Okay.
and that's where I sat down at night because I was working nights, and I said, okay, asange chimbeo, but there's tonkutula, and then I said, okay, because all the nursery rhymes I did, I modernized them. So I was like, so how am I going to modernize it? Tonkutula. But I did.
It was a hit.
It was a hit.
Yeah.
And then I did Amber. And then the songs. And then I left the nursery rhymes alone. And I had to bring some more songs like Icheza, Tuzinam, Sajawa Taxi, Sambagala. The list goes on.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the list goes on. I've had 6 albums. You know, 6 albums at my time. And my 6 albums, I was lucky. I was so lucky that I will have about 6 songs hits.
Are you still doing something like right now into the studio right now?
Yeah, in fact, I'm in the studio right now.
Oh.
I don't do songs anymore for different reasons. I just do it because I wanna.
Okay.
I'm a legend, girl. I just do.
I know that.
I just do because when you become what I am today, you just put a song out there. Either they like it or they don't, but it's you too. You have to like your song.
Yeah,
but I gave them what they wanted, and I proved them that hey,
you can.
I can.
Yes.
And I do hits, hit after hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to do.
Very hard. It's not easy to keep up with the standard and with the competition. Was there a lot of competition then?
No, it was the competition was not as stiff as it is today because people realized that there's a money in music, so anybody can just come in. But which I said to me, when I started singing, I wasn't a singer. I was a choir singer, but I wasn't a solo singer. And my voice, as you can, for me, the way I talk right now is the way I sing. So I'm not a soprano singer. And at the time, people who sing sopranos were the best, you know. But someone told me, a friend of mine told me, you hear Tina Turner, her voice is husky. Go and sing. Halima, go and sing if that's what you want.
But we have, I think, different voices.
Yeah, as long as you can keep a note. And that's, singing in a choir helped me a lot because I can keep a note. I don't go off. And I can tell, singing in a choir, I can be able to tell that someone is missing something. Yeah, I can be able to tell. And a lot of singers come to me because I really have a good ear when it comes to singing. Though they sing better than me, like my children.
Yeah.
Rachel and Rema, they sing better than me. But I told them on the stage, you can't touch me.
Are you like involved in Rachel's career?
Rachel's career, from day one, ever since she was a baby. Yeah.
Do you help her write her songs, or she does that herself?
Really, to tell you the truth, I never helped her write her song, but I helped her to produce the song. And how I produce, because we have so many different producers. We have the hands-on producers, and then we have the producers who stands in the studio, technical. I think they call them technical. I don't know what they call them. I don't know but those producers where you can be able to just talk. That I think this sound is not good. Put this here, and then I help her to with pronunciations. It doesn't matter whether it's English or Luganda, because sometimes, because she's American, Ugandan American, so she has the American more than the Ugandan. So sometimes I say, okay, if you want the Ugandans to understand you, or the Africans to understand you, just say dollar, not dollar, dollar.
Dollar, indeed. It's
Yeah.
a word. When you say dollar, they will be like,
They said,
"Are
what's
you
it,
talking about
dollar?
this?"
I'm a dollar.
It's true that.
Yeah.
So, Mama, as a legend, have you won awards
Whew,
during your journey
too much,
in
Annie.
music and in acting?
I've won many, really. Now you just put me on the spot because they will not come right away. But I won one of the 100 women that makes a difference.
I know,
You
in
know,
the US.
in the US, and that's in Washington D.C.
That was big.
Yeah, that was big. That was big, and really few people knew about it.
I heard about that among the 100 women that make a difference in the world.
In the whole world.
That is...
It was when they called me and they said, you are one of the 100 women that makes a difference, and they're calling me from the United States. I said, okay, now what is this?
How did that make you feel, Mom?
I didn't even talk about it here. I didn't talk about it here. I just went, I said, at that time I didn't have money to even go right away. So I went to Post Bank, and I told them that, hey, sponsor me. I need this journey. I'm going to pick up an award. And they said, well, we will. It didn't take me that much to convince them. They said, okay, we will. And they bought me the ticket, the accommodation, the blue dress that I wore that day. So they did a lot. And that's how I got there. And when I got there, I found these phenomenal women. Women are out there that are doing things. Why you sitting here thinking that, oh, I'm doing things? Women are out there doing things.
True.
I was, because we were 100 women. So I was about in the 80th place to speak. But I listened to the women and I was like, what am I going to say? These women have done things. Who am I here? But a celeb is a celeb.
You always have something to talk about. You always have something to tell the world. And tell me, how does someone
But to tell you the truth, that when I went there, when time came for me to speak, I said, what do I do? How do I catch their attention? Because these women are talking. They have talked. So I said, no, I start with my song.
What?
And I started with Africa Yetu. Okay. And once I did that, I got everyone get up, and I think they were even bored. So they said, oh, we got this one, and that was so amazing. That's what helped me to speak about me, to speak about my organization.
Oh, so that award was for a particular event or organization that you work on or you own? Was it the award? Was it for a particular organization of yours or for some activity that you have done? No,
they've chosen me as the best humanitarian in the communities.
You have an NGO?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do have an NGO. Like I said, some things I do just to do for me. I don't advertise them out there, like, hey, look at me, I'm doing this. When you start doing that, then you're not doing it from the heart. If the media finds me doing something and they happen to be there, then it's fine. But there's times where you just have to go to the community and do what you need to do to give back. So I do have an organization. It's called Women at Work International, which people calls it WAWI.
Okay, why can you tell us a little about Huawei?
Huawei, it was founded by me in 2003, and a lot of singers joined, lead singers. They joined and then they gave up. You know, in charity, you don't expect to get paid. Singing, you get paid, but most of the ladies, they thought, hey, we're gonna make money. We're gonna make money quickly, but we didn't. I stayed with it myself. I stayed with it. I said that, let me, I left my phone on because I know people will be calling me.
No problem.
So I left it. I stayed there working by myself. And then there's one lady who said, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm going to join you.
I'm going to stay with you. And that was Nanduja.
Oh, so she's like another director? Or
She is a director. She is a director.
Okay. That's great.
And the reason why I'm saying she's a director, she has been with me since the beginning, and she's also my best friend.
That's great.
Yeah, she's also my best friend.
Okay, talking about Nanduja, tell me about how your friendship with her. Are you that close?
She's like a sister to me.
Oh.
She's the type of person that will come to my house and we sleep on the bed. Same bed. And talk until she sleeps. She always sleeps before me.
Okay.
Always. So she's that type of person that I love. I can tell anything. I can do anything in front of her, knowing that it will not be repeated.
You are friends with Nanduja. How can one maintain that kind of friendship for so long?
Friendship is like a business. You invest in friendship. You have to invest in friendship. You have to put in time. You have to every now and then just send a little message. When you are with that person, just tell her, do you know how much I love you? Because I tell Nanduja all the time. And she said, stop it.
Like she knows.
Na atombulya bawe. Manyo njagala. Nange nkwagala.
Oh my goodness.
Nange bwenti bwe nkwagala. Ondi wano, ontugira wano.
Oh my goodness.
Ontugira wano.
Well, it must be a beautiful relationship you have.
It is. It is.
Wow. So you were awarded in Washington, and about your humanitarian, your organization, what is it? What does it really do?
What does it do?
Yeah.
We do a lot of things, but we concentrate on women, a girl child and a boy child.
Okay.
Women, a girl child and a boy child.
Okay.
Why would you say women also is in the girl child and the girl child is in the women?
Yeah. Those are two trained.
But the boy is the one that we need to concentrate on too, because the boy always have a lot of problems. They're the one that gets young girls in trouble.
Into trouble.
Yeah.
And get even less attention.
Yeah. So we talk to them too. We sensitize them on how to abstain, because people think, oh, girls are supposed to abstain. Even boys are supposed to abstain. What are you talking about? So we also talked about them on how to abstain. We talk about them to them on how to abstain. And then the women, there are two different kind of women. We have the women. We have the women who became women because they had a child or they had babies. If a young girl of 15 years get pregnant right now and have a child, when they have a child and there's another one who is 18, doesn't have a child, they will not consider that one a woman. They will say the one with the child is a woman. So we have those young adult girls.
Can anyone join Huawei?
Can anyone join in Huawei? Yes.
How?
Women at work, anybody can join, whether you're a man or a woman. You can join, because men, we have men who are there for their sisters, for their wives, for their mothers, for their cousins. So it is okay to join, Huawei. And we are located at Mawanda Road by Corner House. Once you say Mawanda Road, Corner House, you come, whether you have a problem, because some people have problems. Whether you have a problem, you can come to us. You can come to us anytime.
Okay, what plans are you having for Huawei 2023? This year?
2023, this year that just started.
Yeah.
We are concentrating still on fistula and then prenatal care.
Okay.
Why prenatal care? Because prenatal care, most girls or women, when they don't have prenatal care, they end up having fistula.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we realized. And then the young babies, when they don't have prenatal care, then they get into that pushing the baby when their body is not developed yet, where they can be able to come, and then the doctors will know that, hey, you can't push the baby, you just have to have a C-section.
What exactly is fistula?
What is fistula? A lot of people don't know what fistula is. I'm going to speak in English and then Luganda.
Yes.
Fistula
understand that part.
happens at childbirth, especially for young girls whose body has not developed yet. When the time comes to push the baby comes and tear all the organs in the way, including the bladder. Then the bladder start leaking. When the bladder start leaking, it's unstoppable. You can't do anything, and sometimes they leak both the rectum and the front.
And the front.
And the front.
And they are not done anything to repair that at childbirth?
That's why I said that now we started prenatal care, where we'll be able to sensitize women that they have to go for prenatal care, which they call here gendo onywe eddagala. Kati tutandise ogamba abakyala mugende munywe eddagala. Kwegamba okunywa eddagala wano bakiyita naye tolina ddagala lyogenda kunywa, ogenda kukakebera bukebezi. So that we've added on. In fact, we have partners now in the US that are going to be partnering with us on the prenatal side of it, because that's where they can fit. So they're joining Huawei to fight fistula, but to also offer prenatal care. That's what we are going to do. But also, if you have fistula, it's treatable. It's treatable. They can treat it. We have doctors here who can treat it.
Okay.
It's treatable.
And I've also heard that someone can be born with fistula. Is that possible?
It's possible. I didn't know about it until I had a lady from Busia called. She called me and she said, my baby's leaking.
What?
And the first thing I thought, because she didn't know it was fistula, the first thing I thought is somebody raped the kid. I said, how old is she? She said 7. I said, somebody raped.
And she wasn't raped?
She wasn't raped. So when she came, I took her to Mulago Hospital, to the doctors that we are working with. And the doctor told me, said, yeah, there is, it's possible for a child to have fistula. It's like someone born with, because we have organs.
With a hole in the heart? In
the heart. Because we have organs, different organs. And they're sometimes damaged before you were born. By the time you were born, something is wrong. So that's what happened to a bladder. A baby can be born with a hole on the bladder. So this girl, I took her to Mulago Hospital. She spent about 6 months, 6 months to a year being treated.
Or did she get better?
Yeah, she got better. She's in school. She's in high school now.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is very terrifying.
Yeah, and I'm still in touch with them. I take care of her. I pay her school fees.
That is
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's my baby right there. Her name is Patricia.
Thank you so much for that kindness. May God bless you for
Well,
it.
thank you.
Yeah, and how do people get sensitized? Do you do like charity works for fistula? Do you do charity works?
We do outreaches. I'll put it that way because there are many. We go to communities. We go to schools. But last year we didn't at all. We didn't at all because we were just coming back from COVID. Coming back from COVID or coming out of lockdown.
Yeah,
you know,
lockdown.
You know, so we go to communities, we go to the hospitals, and then we do charity works as one of our best one of our best awareness. Because when you go around walking, making noise, people say, why are they walking? They're walking because they are, fighting fistula. And you won't believe, our organization, Women at Work International, was the first organization in the whole world to do a fistula walk.
Wow.
Yes. So it's written in history that WAWI is a trendsetter.
Wow.
Yes.
That is amazing. Will there be a walk this year?
Yes, in March, on Fistula Day.
Okay. That's great news. So back to the entertainment world. What you, as a legend, what advice can you give the young artists?
Oh my God, I've had that question so many times, but yes, I'm the mother to the musicians, to all musicians in Uganda. And I did not call myself a mother. They called me the mother, and they have their reasons. So basically, either I'm old, I'm the oldest artist there is, or or I look like a mother.
There is also Chance Nalwega. You do must be.
Yeah, Chance Nalwega is there, but she's not as old as I am.
Really?
She just looks as old as I am, but she's not as old as I am.
Wow.
She's not, I can say even Joanita. Joanita is not as old as I am. I'm telling you, I'm the oldest. Me and Moses Matov, we're the oldest. Matov is a little bit older than me. I can say Sebata. I think Sebata, maybe we are the same age. But we're not many. We're not many old folks. We are few, but I would say that for me, I'm always around musicians. When they have concerts, I'm there just to support. But I support them even before their concerts, so they become my children.
Family.
Yeah, and if they have concerts, I'm like, if I'm not there, then who is going to support them more better than me? So I'm always there. And some people would say like, oh, she loves going to concerts. No, I don't. I pick which one I go to. And if you see me at a certain concert, then you know that person has been around me
you.
a lot. Yeah.
So you are in the industry. You've been in the industry for a while.
Yes.
For a long while now.
Yes.
And both the movie industry and the music industry, the way it was then, the unity you guys had then, and is it the same as now? Like, is the both industries, are they, how are they now? If I
Well,
may ask.
you added them together, the music industry and the, the, the film industry. But let me talk about the music industry first. It has changed. You know, I would say last night I was with, I mean, not last night, a few days ago, I was at Spicy Diana's, concert.
That was last night.
No, it was days ago.
Okay.
Days ago. I was at I was at the concert, and it was great. The stage, the sound, the way she dressed, so I can see now
that it has improved.
Locally, she did well. And before I was at Shiba's, oh my God, things changed. For us, we're doing, they are doing, and I'm so proud of my children. I feel like they have done a lot. And those artists, they have been fighting to get where they are. With Nwaji. And I'm talking about the artists who have done massive concerts, and they have done. Because I thought at first that I was the only woman that ever put a show in Uganda without a sponsor now.
Wow.
For them, they do have sponsors. For me, I didn't even have a sponsor. But I had a show at Serena, which at that time was called, now it's gone, Nile Hotel, So Nile Hotel, it had a big, I would say a big field. I would say big park, a big whatever, open space.
Yeah.
That space was filled up like this.
Wow.
This when I did the Chimbeo 2000.
That music rocked then.
I'm telling you,
legend
I'm telling you, I got on that stage and that was my first time, mind you. It was my first time.
Seriously?
Yeah, it wasn't easy for me, but I did it. So I looked at Spicy Diana and I said, that was me. When I was like because she never had a concert before like that. And that was me too. I never had a concert. And I'm looking at these people, so many people around me. I'm like, okay, how do I make them happy? But the good thing that I advertised my songs well enough before I did that, so they knew each song that I was singing.
Okay.
Yeah. And as for the film industry, sorry.
Yeah.
Film industry.
I wanted to find out if you're working on something in the movie industry right now.
With the movie industry, I'm always there because I started long time ago. I was on television with the Ebonies.
Okay.
In Life Mwatu, I was acting as Michelle, which took a long time people to even call me Halima.
So they called you Michelle.
Michelle. And I used to act in theaters, like I said, in Black Pals. But right now, I'm working on a movie, a great movie that is coming up. But I'm still waiting to see if I can be able to get people who are experienced in movies from US to work with them. I need our people here, like directors, camera people, like producers, I want them to work with the experienced people and professionals from US.
So do you use your, studio, No End Entertainment, to produce the concerts and the movies?
I don't know, I was still talking about what I'm supposed to. Now you're confusing me, heavens.
Is this this question that
You
just
you
came
are
up
too
my
much coming with the questions.
I'm sorry. So let's go back to where we were.
Where were we? where we? You know,
We were talking about film.
yeah, we're talking about film. What am I doing with it?
Yes.
That's what I was telling you, that I'm trying to see that I bring people from US,
US, yeah.
to come here and work
With us,
with our
with
own
you.
here, so they can learn on set.
Yeah.
They can learn how to use cameras, how to do makeup, how to do this and that. Like I said, I'm going to do my own movie, and I'm doing some sitcoms. That's what they call them here. Sitcoms here. So they'll be seeing me.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Bringing other people from out there to come and like lift the movie industry. It will be a great move. So the other question was, are you using No End Entertainment? Is No End Entertainment doing the movies and the music?
Yeah, like what we talked about a little bit with, when you first came here.
Yeah.
I was telling you that I own No End Entertainment with my son.
Okay.
Him D. No End Entertainment was one of the best studio, but we came down a little bit when everybody started producing. We said, okay, now we did that, we are trendsetters. Let's just go to those, like we're doing adverts, doing songs for the church, doing inspirational songs, things like that. So that's what we did. Then after that, we graduated. We said, okay, this is No End Entertainment, No End Entertainment, music and film.
Okay.
So we are doing film also.
Okay. So it's the one working on your new movie that you've talked about.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's going to present it.
Well, it's been quite a journey there that you have had.
You're quite a little bit there.
Yes, I was trying to fix something here. So back to my questions. Sorry about that hiccup.
It's okay.
Do you have any hobbies?
Do I have any hobbies? Yeah, I do. I love watching movies.
Hobbies?
I love watching movies. I love
Do you
I
have
love going to the movies.
Do you have any favorite movies?
Favorite movies. I love movies. I can't have favorite movies.
Okay, you love
whatever
everything.
comes that catches my eye, I love.
You're still telling me about your hobbies, Mama. You
That's it.
It's just movies?
Movies.
Okay.
I love playing with kids. That's
You
a
love
hobby.
kids.
I love playing with them.
With kids. Okay. Just that.
That's a hobby to me. That's a hobby.
You don't like traveling?
No,
You don't?
I just travel.
Oh my God.
I love getting where I'm going.
Okay.
But I hate.
You don't like the process.
I don't like the process
journey.
of the journey to where I'm going. Every
my
time I'm going to US, I'm going to Europe, I'm like, oh, when will I get there? The first thing is like, I need to get there. Not like, oh, I'll be seeing this. And you won't believe, it doesn't matter what country I go to.
It's all
I do
the
not go for like a looking, for sightseeing and all that. For me, I feel like they're all the same.
You don't even take pictures when you get to a
No,
nice site.
I don't. My daughter will be calling me and she'll be saying, Mom, go to the sites, take pictures, do this. And I come back with zero because they're all the same to me. Maybe I've traveled almost all the countries that I feel like there isn't anything for me to see anymore. But I love to see the people that I meet there. That I love. When I meet people, that's my trip. That's my vacation. I
That's
met
such
so
a-
and so. I met this one. I met that one, and the talking that we do, and the eating, and that's what I want about traveling.
That is another hobby you're mentioning right now. You love eating.
Yeah, I
You
love
love
eating.
meeting people. Those are hobbies, Mom. This is great. Oh my goodness. What are some of your memorable moments in life generally?
Ooh. It's I think it's when I took my children to US. When I took my children to US, I came to Uganda to pick them up, and I looked at these little boys from Kalwere,
Oh my.
from Kalwere,
Yeah.
you know, and I saw them at the airport at that time. We had to walk to the plane, but I saw them walking to the plane, striding, and I'm looking these little happy things, seeing a big airplane, and they're like they're looking. I could see
Excitement.
excitement, but they didn't want to show it.
Yeah.
They were just. I was like, oh my God. And after that, they got on the plane, and they sat together, Hemdi and Rashid. I could just tell that they are looking everywhere. These are looking, with this. They have malo.
Those are your sons
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah, they all had malo. They are all looking everywhere. They go, oh, we are flying. And they asked them for, what food they want to eat. And they were looking at, like, oh, we can eat? We are not paying?
No.
Yeah, and they ate.
Must have been so exciting.
Yeah,
for
it was
them.
so exciting, but it was the happiest moment for me.
Oh.
And then we went through, we had a stopover, I think in London. When we had a stopover in London, we couldn't sleep, we couldn't go to the hotel, we couldn't do anything. So what we did, we slept on the chairs. They have chairs at the airport.
But yeah,
And for them, it was
it was
fun.
heaven.
It was fun. It was fun to them.
I
was like,
understand.
we are going to sit here 6 hours. For them, it was fun. And I told them, okay, walk where I can see you. Keep on walking and look at things. And they looked at things and they came back, and I could see the happiness.
That was fun.
But the saddest part of it is to take them away from their grandmother.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she didn't want them to go. But
Must
Mama
have
wanted to be with her kids too. So I was like, yeah, I
You
need
had
to
to
be.
take
Yeah, I have to
them.
have my kids.
Even for the future, I guess.
Yeah.
It was important for them to go with you.
Yeah, and that's how I gave them the future, though.
Oh.
I gave them the future. I don't know what would happen if they were here. I don't know what would happen.
Grandmother's love
Yeah.
would have taken
Yeah.
them some
Yeah,
different direction.
direction. Not only that, education-wise, I don't know if I could afford it. Not only that, I don't know if they will become what they are today. Kids here get bad.
True.
And they say, I'm not going to school anymore. Nze sagala kusoma. Nze njagala genda kukola kusindika bigaali.
That is true too.
Yeah. So I didn't know what they were going to be, but they turned out good, and I'm proud of my children. I'm proud of you. Proud of you. You know it.
And then I've heard you turned 63, Mom, and you just had a birthday recently.
Yes.
And you look this great. What is the secret to this great skin, Mom?
Oh my God. Yeah, I've just turned 63, and I'm proud to be 63.
Birthday belated.
What is the secret? The secret, I always tell people, is loving me. I love Halima.
So if you mean, Mama, if I just love myself, I'll age gracefully like you have?
You have to love yourself. What I mean by that, I look at my face and I say, I have a small nose. And I'm like, but that's what God gave me. God gave me this small nose, but it's good, it's nice. It's a nice nose. And then I look at my eyes and I say, I don't have those big eyes to do this and that, but I have this small eyes that are lovely. That when somebody look at me, they just say, "Oh, they're lovely," and then I have my and then I have my cheeks. I love these cheeks. So you have to look at yourself and say, "I love myself. I love everything that God gave me, even though I didn't get it, everything that I wanted. But what He gave me, He had to think about Himself to create me.
So, Mom.
So He created me well, you know. So what makes me age gracefully is being happy and love myself. And then my children also help me to keep on, you know, they help me to keep going. You know, most of the clothing that I wear, like when I went to the concerts that I mentioned before, they said, "Who bought those?" I said, "MD."
Wow.
And they're like, a boy? I said, "Yeah. We grew up together."
They couldn't believe they could buy you something that
Yeah, we grew up together, so they know what I want. You know, so if I'm going to something, MD would say, "This will look good on you." And then I have this little girl, Rachel K, who doesn't want me to age. When I say, "Oh, I really feel like my hip is hurting," "Mama, don't get old. Don't get old." You know, if she sees me like I'm forgetting things, "Mom, don't get old. Just stay there where you are." Who am I? Am I God that I can keep like this?
You could turn into a stone. We should look for some magic ones and just.
I pray to God always and ask Him that I thank Him first for letting me grow slowly, age gracefully, and ask Him that give me more years so I can be an example to many.
Amen and amen. This has been a wonderful moment and I won't forget. Lastly, what can you say to your fans watching this?
What can I say to my fans? My fans, I just want to thank you for loving me. I thank you for loving me. One thing that I hate about this, everywhere I go, "Mama Halima, we love you, we love you, we love you." Another person comes, "Can you buy this? I will support you."
I should also be added to that.
You know,
I love you too, Mama Halima. I'm one of your number one fans.
Yeah, but I feel like when Mama Halima has a concert, come. Because we start at 10,000, for God's sake. Come. You can come as VIP. You can come as what? You can just come in many. That way you can be giving back to me. But don't just stay there and tell me, "We love you. We love what you do. You know, I love your chimbewo. I love your tomkutra. I love your sambakala." Hey, good. Come and see it.
Love is not words.
Yeah.
It is action.
Yeah, I don't want words anymore. Just ask me. Ask me, "Mama, where are you performing next? And when are you performing? And what are you bringing on the table?" And I'll say, "The oldies."
Shouldn't we be expecting at least one more concert from you?
This year, I'm really preparing concerts.
Yay!
Yes. I'm preparing international and local. Local is me. You know, so I'm planning 2 shows, and then my own. I'm planning my own, and with my other Bakruba Nange legendary singers. We are planning something for everyone. No more too much of tugenda mchikadde. No, mutukaddiya. Mujebuzi nga tuyimba bikadde nenga tuli bato. Yes. So it will be the you know the legendary moment.
Okay. This has been wonderful sharing this, and I must be I must emphasize this, that I am still gonna be your fan every single day, and I love you so very much.
Well, thank
and
you.
I will still say I appreciate this moment you have shared with me.
Thank
It
you.
has been amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thank you again. I hope we can
Well,
continue doing this.
well, I mean, if time was not, it was still in our hands. We would sit here the whole night, the whole day. I have people to bring food. We eat
We will
lunch,
have
and
more
we start
time.
again, and we eat lunch, dinner, and we start again, and then we eat breakfast tomorrow.
All right.
Well,
Thanks.
thank you. How did you like your cassava?
You're a fan of cassava.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Should be considered your favorite food.
Cassava.
Oh my God. No, mother, that's
Well-
on you.
Well, thank you so much, and you let your people know at home that I thank them for supporting me and loving
Yeah,
me.
yeah. I will let my sister know.
Mhm.
I wish actually I'm going to get something that you sign for her and say, I love you, Rose.
Oh, definitely I will. That will be easier for me.
All right, Mom.
And you have a lovely day.
Thank you so much, Mom.